Electronic voting was first introduced to Brazil in 1996, with the first tests carried out in the state of Santa Catarina. The primary design goal of the Brazilian voting machine is extreme simplicity, the model being a public phone booth. The Brazilian voting machine accomplishes 3 steps in a single process, eliminating fraud based on forged or falsified public documents. Political parties have access to the voting machine's programs before the election for auditing. The first Brazilian voting machines were developed in 1996 by a Brazilian partnership of 3 companies. Omnitech partnered to produce UE98. In 2000, Microbase and Diebold Procomp developed the UE2000 together. In 2000, Brazil completed the first completely automated election. The original operating system was Virtu-OS, similar to DOS and includes multitasking support. Was developed by Microbase. It was used in the 1996, 1998 and 2000 elections. In 2002, Unisys was unable to renew their partnership with Microbase, and were unable to reuse the Virtu-OS-based code. Microsoft stepped in and provided licensors Windows CE operating system free of charge. In 2008, under initiative from the SE electronic voting team migrated to a Linux OS to reduce costs and take full control of development cycle. It was incorrectly reported by the press that the UNX project was carried out by Diebold Procomp. There still remain some questions about the security of the electronic voting system. But no case of election fraud has been uncovered. On the eve of an election, the election authorities in each state select a number of voting machines by lot. Then the whole election in the state in question would be void. The voting system has been widely accepted, due in great part to the fact that it speeds up the vote count tremendously. In the 1989 presidential election between Fernando Collor de Mello and Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, the vote count required 9 days. In the 2002 general election, the count required less than 12 hours. In some smaller towns, the election results are known minutes after the closing of the ballots. Supporters of the electronic vote claim that unless the fraud were intentionally designed into the machines, it would be impossible to carry an extensive fraud in such a small amount of time. The Brazilian Superior Electoral Court regularly funds research aimed at improving security. The source code to the voting software is proprietary and the public is not able to examine it. In order to be able to recount the votes, a printing system has been developed and a new electoral registration system is planned. Brazil loans the machines to other countries. They have been used for elections in Paraguay and Ecuador, and there are plans to export the patented machines. A new biometrics-based voting machine, with an additional apparatus that does the voter's fingerprint recognition before allowing the ballot to be cast, started being used in 2012. SE is gradually gathering the fingerprints of all registered voters to spread the process. That will be used by 22 million voters in the 2014 general election. For the 2020 Brazilian municipal elections, biometric use was suspended due to the COVID-19 pandemic. In order to avoid touch points for voters and reduce lines,